Absolutely got a case of goosebumps right now. I rooted for this record. I wanted this record to be big. I listened to this record on the radio. I said, this song has got to be big. This is one of the best rock and roll songs ever. I thought at the time. And it's got to be top 10. It didn't do it. It only got as high as number 25. Even to this day, I'm thinking, God, this song should have been top 10. This was one brilliant storytelling record, but here it is at number 37 on my fancy playlist, September 29th, 1981, Sausalito Summer Night by Diesel. Now, here's the thing about, I'll read you a few of the lyrics in just a minute. Here's the thing about this record. This is an all-American record. And I thought, man, these guys, they're from California, they're from Wyoming, they're from Wisconsin. No, they're from Denmark. Well, they're from the Netherlands. Well, they're Dutch. The Europeans, they constantly amaze me how American they can get. Whatever it takes to break into the American market. And they do it so well, particularly the British, but not limited to the British. Diesel from their Dutch band. I'm not exactly sure which country they're from, Denmark or the Netherlands, but they were formed in 1978. A drummer named Pim Koopman. He was with a band called Kayak. Three or four other guys joined the band. It was nothing more than a hobby, but then they released an album called What's in the Tank in the Netherlands in 1979. Going Back to China was a hit. I'll talk about that, Going Back to China, in just a minute. It was a hit for Diesel, top 40 hit in 1979 in the Netherlands, and then, of course, Sausalito Summer Night was a hit in the Netherlands in 1980. The group underwent some personnel changes big time in 1980 and 1981. Some of the original members left the group by the time What's in the Tank was released here in America. The album was released here in America, and Sausalito Summer Night was put out as a single. God, I love that guitar. Listen to that riffing in the bridge of this record. I mean, it's just, gosh. How could this record not be a hit? How could this be a Lost 45? This should be a standard. Went to number 25 here in the States. The song went to number 1 in Canada, Sausalito Summer Night. And let me read you a few of the lyrics. I'll show you just how all-American this record is. This is a storytelling, all-American, Americana storytelling record. We left for Frisco in your Rambler, the radiator running dry. I've never been much of a gambler and had a preference to fly. I'll have a burger and a root beer. You feed the heap some multi-grade, a shot of premium to boot, dear. We'll get across the Golden Gate. Now, how all-American is that? From a Dutch band. Thousands of miles from America. They might not have even set foot in San Francisco. Another mile or two to Frisco. 200 gallons from L.A. The engine's thumping like a disco. We ought to dump her in the bay. I mean... This is almost like a car record, like the Beach Boys. I just marvel at this. But I'm not marveling at the fact that this was not a hit. Well, it was number 25, but it was a small hit. They should have went to number 4 or 5 or 6 on Billboard's Hot 100. I rooted in fame for this record. A disappointment. But boy, it's still a great rock and roll tune just the same. Diesel, Sausalito Summer Night at number 37 on my fancy playlist of September 29th, 1981.